The very last technique I'm going to teach you is called Bhastrika. Bhastrika means bellow. Bellow is that old school pump that was used by the blacksmith to stoke the fire. So once the fire was out, they started blowing on the glowing charcoal, and then the fire started. So the same way, once we do Bhastrika, we can stoke the internal fire. It can generate a lot of internal heat and also electrifies the entire nervous system, especially the brain. This technique is very similar to Kapalabhati, but instead of forcefully exhaling and passively inhaling, we forcefully inhaling and exhaling. So it increases your energy level and boosts your entire pranic field. So it's really a great technique to do before you start your day, especially if you need to drink your coffee before everything else starts, and then you are able to function. Try to do Kapalabhati and see how it can affect your entire day and your energy level. So it is done in a way that you inhale deeply into the belly, you push the belly out, and then you exhale. It goes like this. So as I said, it's very similar to Kapalabhati. However, we make the effort to inhale to fill up the belly completely, and then we also make the effort to exhale completely. In this technique, we are going to do 20 pumpings, then 25 and 30, just to start with to get used to it. And at the end, we will introduce external breath retention. So we finish with the last stroke, exhaling all the air, inhaling deeply, and then taking a full exhalation, and then dropping the chin, drawing the belly in, Uddiyana Bandha, and then lifting the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. So once we apply all these three bandhas, it is called the Mahabandha or the Great Lock. If you are unable to do the Uddiyana Bandha perfectly yet, don't worry, just do as much as you can. So you draw the chin in, you exhale all the air, and then draw the belly in as well. And if it doesn't go all the way up, that's fine, just do as much as you can for now, and then squeeze the pelvic floor. If you have heart disease, high blood pressure, stomach ulcers, hernia, if you had stroke before, or if you are in your first trimester, these techniques are not recommended, so just skip them. Otherwise, if you are completely healthy, feel free to go ahead and try. So inhale, sit tall. Exhale, tune in with the breath. Bring the hands to the thighs. And then just follow my lead going, starting slowly. Inhale, fill up the belly. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then just continue. Now inhale. And then exhale all the air. Make the effort to empty out the lungs completely. Lean forward. Lock in the elbows. Lift the shoulders up. Drop the chin. Then begin to draw the belly in and up. Then squeeze the pelvic floor. And then hold your breath as long as you comfortably can. It might be just a few seconds, or you might be able to hold it for half a minute perhaps. It doesn't matter how long it is. Whenever you feel you need to breathe, then release the root lock, release the navel lock, release the chin lock, and then just make a small, tiny exhalation that will help you to inhale. So then inhale all the way down to the pelvic floor, side ribs, chest, and then hold the breath inside. So it's one breath. And then once the breath is inside, drop the chin, squeeze pelvic floor, and again, move the attention between the forehead and stay there, hold, observe what's happening. You will be able to hold the breath a lot longer on the inhalation for obvious reasons. Again, just follow your own intuition, feel what is right for you. Whenever you need to breathe, slowly release the root lock, release chin lock, sit tall, and then exhale the air slowly with control. And then slowly inhale, and then sit quietly. Observe. And then open the eyes. Let's do the second round. We will do 25 pumpings and then the same retention. So take a breath in, fill up the belly, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then continue. Inhale again, fill up the lungs completely, and then empty them out completely. Once they are empty, drop the chin, lean slightly forward, lock the elbows, begin to draw the belly in, and then squeeze pelvic floor. And then whenever you need to release the root lock, navel lock, chin, short, tiny exhalation, and then slowly begin to inhale. So once you inhale, fill up the lower compartments, midsection, upper section, and then again do the bandhas, and then hold. Observe, notice what's happening. And whenever you feel you need to breathe out, begin to exhale slowly. Try not to wait until the very last minute. So the exhalation should be controlled and slow and steady rather than just releasing without any kind of control because you went so far that you couldn't really extend your exhalation any longer. So if that's the case, just start to exhale a few seconds before, it doesn't matter. So you create a nice, steady, slow movement that can nourish that pranic stillness that you have created. Take a couple of more breaths. And let's do the final round. Inhale, fill the belly up, and then exhale. Inhale slowly, fill up the lungs completely. And then make the effort to exhale everything. Now hold the breath outside, drop the chin, draw belly in, squeeze pelvic floor. Whenever you need to release the Mula Bandha first, navel, chest, or chin, and then sit tall. Inhale slowly. And once the lungs are full, again, add Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha. Move the attention between the eyebrows and just sit quietly. Once you feel you need to breathe again, slowly begin to exhale through the nose, releasing the root lock, chin lock, slow, steady exhale. And then return to natural breath. And again, just be attentive, keep an open mind, and just watch. And slowly open the eyes. You might have felt a little bit lightheaded. That's pretty normal due to the heavy breathing. But if you had any kind of other strong discomfort, I would recommend to just practice Kapalabhati for now. Take it easy, go with your own pace. The course is 4 weeks, but it could be stretched out easily into 4 years. So don't feel pressure that you have to do everything on the first week or second week or the third week. Really just go with your own flow. You can always scale back and just fully respect where you are. And that's the best thing to do. Otherwise, try this out and enjoy the practice.